engineering,
No, in mechanical
in
engineering,
mechanical engineering
from Northeastern Regional Institute of Science and Technology.
one of the company. Arey wow, that's very good.
See, there is the competitive examinations. Marks matters a lot
Mhm.
because your marks will define your rank.
Mm.
Your rank will define your college,
Mm.
and your college will define your career.
Relations is important, but relation, I will say that relation should come in a proper time. If it comes after the time, it is
Continuously. And once the time goes, it will never come back.
welcome, Mr. Aditya.
Thank you so much.
I feel so
Amit, sir.
glad to meet you.
Yeah,
Like-
the same here.
So it's been a long time. I've been waiting for you to meet. So unfortunately, the day has come, and today, physically, I can meet his presence. I can feel his presence. Very good. So keep it aside. आराम से बात करते हैं, right? So all the way.
It's like one day before, also we had planned to meet in Hamati. But unfortunately, you were having some work, so because of that, it became hectic for you to visit. So this is the right moment. So starting a new year with meeting a person like Amit sir. So he is really a jolliest person. I have seen him. He have brought me to his home, and he was just exploring his entire stuffs. So I can just imagine that. A student can imagine his own personal spaces in the back of their mind, but this particular person, he is living that particular moment in front of his own eyes.
For the
Extremely.
report. So let me say something about Mr. Aditya Dutta. So he's doing his BTech in civil engineering.
No, in mechanical
In
engineering,
mechanical engineering.
from Northeastern Regional Institute of Science and Technology.
Okay, that is nearest,
Yeah.
as you can already know. So in the upcoming days, he will be coming to my home and guiding many of the students, because many of the students are in dilemma, like after class 10, 12, what stream they will be choosing and what is the best option for their
Yeah.
career. So he's very good in career counseling also. Even though, beside all things, we'll be discussing many of educational related things. Along with this, we'll be discussing about some of the problem basically faced by the teenager during that time, right? Like their presence are, they are really present in the class, but they are not actually present in the class, right? Means their mind is totally out,
The lack of mind.
right? In their case, we'll be discussing many of the topic. First of all, I feel very privileged and thankful and glad also that he came to my home after a long time. So really, I cannot even believe that he's sitting.
It was like a daydreaming for him.
Right. So all the way he came from very far. Now he will be finishing. I think almost you have finished your BTech.
Yeah, I am on the verge of finishing it. I have just 6 months left.
Okay, fine. So very soon, like he's already an engineer now. So I have to call engineer
No.
Mr. Aditya Dutta, and he's a very talented person. With one shot only, he cleared JEEs and all. And so the person who has cleared JEE with one shot can definitely guide you well regarding this thing. So beside the thing, what is like what I found mainly in our society, that a lot of engineers are there.
Yeah.
But main thing is like effectiveness.
Yeah.
They goes to engineering field, they do B.Ed and all other thing, all the for the namesake, right? Engineers.
Yeah.
But practically they are like a void mind from within.
That is true.
Right. So what do you want to say? Lakhs of engineers are coming out every year.
Yeah.
But that ethics, that professionalism, that efficiency is missing. Right. So what do you say? How engineers should be like? Is it really lack of post or lack of job in our country, or lack of skill in our country? What do you feel?
See, first of all, engineering is really a vast field. It is not limited to a particular like spoon, you can say. Whenever we are speaking about engineering, it has lots of
1 minute, sorry for interruption. Okay.
It has lots of various branches. So in every year, lakhs and lakhs of engineers, I mean, I can say crores of engineers are graduating every year in our country. So it becomes a little difficult for the government of India or the lots of organizations to allocate all of them in like in an employment sector. But on the other hand, it is engineers who have such a vivid mindset that they can do anything. In my colleges, in my batch, I have seen many of my friends who have like lots of average marks, but they are not into an engineering. They are more into an entrepreneurship because that is a trending days nowadays. Other than that, engineering opens your mind. It is not like you are only into the scientific thing, technological thing. It is open to all the branches. Okay, if you do engineering, it is just like opening your cognitive skills. You can explore more and more things. Now, speaking about the employability, definitely there are employability. You have to do good in engineering. You have to have the capability to learn whatever is being taught to you. Okay, and just learning is not sufficient. You have to know how to apply those things to the day-to-day life. So if you are excellent enough in that particular stuffs, definitely you are a good engineer and you will be higher. Okay, that is
So
what
what is
happening.
basically lacking in a country being engineer? Namesake they are BTech, MTech.
Yeah,
Lack of knowledge or lack of skill? What do you say?
the first thing is lack of skills. Engineers means if a company comes to hire you, you need to have a lot of skills. See, what is the mindset in the student that, let's say I'm a mechanical engineer, why should I go for learning coding? Why should I go for learning Python? Why should I go for learning AI? That is a mindset. That is the old school mindset. Now, but nowadays what happens is that companies looking for such a student who is equipped with all types of knowledges. Okay, all type of knowledges. They are not dividing it. They are combining into a single plate.
It's like a smartphone, right?
Smartphone, yeah.
If you get 10,000 rupees, you won't go and buy a keypad phone.
Yeah.
Definitely, you'll go for a smartphone.
Yeah,
Multiple
where you have a
features.
Facebook, Instagram,
Yeah,
WhatsApp, everything.
Same thing, I even guide my student that if you're good in one field, is not enough. It is a time of modern day, right? 5G time. So we need to be good for many other sector also. Then only you'll be hired, you'll be valued in society.
I had
Right.
one of my seniors
Hmm.
when I was in first year. So the senior was in final year. So he passed out. And after passing out, he didn't got any job. Okay. Was very close to me. He didn't got any job, and then he had some relative in my college, so he was just staying there. And when we used to go to the colleges, he used to simply roam around the campus. Okay, and then some of my friends, they used to laugh at him that pass out ho gaye, but job nahi mila. And that really hurts anyone, right? So after that, what we heard that he went to IIT Kharagpur. He did his training in this artificial neural network and artificial intelligence. At that time, our HOD said him that, what will you do learning these things? These are not our core subjects. Artificial intelligence are not our core subject, being a mechanical engineer. Our HOD said that. Then he didn't say anything to HOD. He said, sir, ek din aayega, jab isi ka trend hoga. Now it is the trend of the neural network, and now he is CEO of one of the company.
Arey wow, that's very good.
See, there is one thing which is truly defined: the destiny of the man is truly unpredictable. Okay, so do whatever you wanted to do, but in a precise and good manner.
Very good lesson Mr. Aditya has shared with us today. Like we need to, like, there is vast field, like life, human life. If you explore, it is a vast field.
Vast field.
But people, many time what I have seen that the parents also become a restriction in their life. Parents only boost them only to study. Even they are good in other sector. They are good in singing. They're good in dancing. They're good in artists. They're good in like computer related things. But they force up to go now take science, take commerce, right? What I found in a present society, तो सोसाइटी में ये प्रॉब्लम मुझे बहुत दिखाई मिल रहा है, जो मैं आपको ऑलरेडी बोल चुका था कि पेरेंट्स का सपना अपना बच्चों के द्वारा बच्चों से निकालना चाहता है. ये बहुत बड़ा एक बर्डन बन जाता है बच्चे लोग के, right? ना they want to fulfill their dream, parents dream through their children.
Yes.
Right? Even the children have the interest or not interest doesn't matter for the parents. They want to become there, they want to dig out, they want to bring out, they want to achieve the success through their children. Right? This is the thing happening in the society, what I found. And main thing, one more thing, the mark related queries. Obviously every parents want a good score from the children. Right? How even your parents also may also want this thing, right?
Yes.
So what do you think that marks and the dress that students are getting pressurizing, they cannot enjoy their personal freedom? This regard, what do you want to say?
Marks is the biggest controversial matter. Everyone have varieties of perception regarding these marks. Some might say that mark is not important. Some might say marks is important. But I take both of them hand in hand. Okay. See, if you are learning something and you are confident that I have learned these things properly, fully, you ask me whatever question you want from this topic, उस बच्चे का मार्क्स अच्छा आएगा ही आएगा. ओके. एंड इफ यू आर ओनली थिंकिंग अबाउट द मार्क्स पर्टिकुलरली कि नहीं मुझे मार्क्स चाहिए, मुझे फर्क नहीं पड़ता है कि मुझे समझ आ रहा है कि नहीं आ रहा है, मैं जस्ट इसको बाय हार्ट कर लेता हूँ, मार्क्स आ जाएगा लेकिन वो कहाँ काम आएगा, it won't help anywhere. Okay, but yeah, in many of the sectors ultimately if you are giving any of the competitive examinations, marks matters a lot, because your marks will define your rank, your rank will define your college, and your college will define your career.
Definitely, very good.
Right.
Very good, Aditya. Very good. It was a very nice point that here, I guess. The mark is really controversial matters and it is really important. Right? Somebody says money is not important. Money is also important. Everything is important.
Everything is
If I
important.
say which is more important, kidney or liver, both are important,
Both
right?
are important.
We cannot prioritize that kidney is more important than liver.
Yeah.
Liver is more important than your stomach. Every organs are valuable.
Yeah.
But without one organs, other one
Other
works.
will not work.
It is like a what to say? It is like a linkage, na?
Linkage,
You can
yeah.
say dependency,
Yeah.
right? One upon another. So one more thing, like when the students love the passing their time, like they are misusing, or you can say they're wasting their valuable time, because my time and tide wait for none, we all know, and there is nothing precious or valuable in time.
Then
When the time goes, never
comes back.
Right. So most of the students, they're simply like ekdam worthlessly they're spending their time in social medias, Instagram scrolling, postings in social medias, right? They feel good when someone likes, comment, they want to increase the followers. This has become a trending scenario nowadays in the society. So what do you want to raise this point, like will this really affect, or they're saying now, sir, now it is a trending time, we need to flow us with the time, but they are not like bothering that it is using or it upping their time.
Yeah.
Right. So what do you want to comment on this regards for our students?
See, there is a time for everything. As you say, time never stops. If it is the time for learning, students should be conscious that they have to dedicate most of the time in learning. Okay. Yeah, nowadays social media is trending, and students, they are much more distracted towards it. But they should take it not for granted, rather they should use it for refreshing their minds. And ultimately, if Instagram or Facebook is not building up your career, you shouldn't waste your time in that. Okay, everyone must have the confidence like Amit sir.
Hey.
So students should also look for it, and I would rather say the same thing, that time never stops. It flows continuously, and once the time goes, it will never come back. So जो जिस समय पे सीखना होता है उसी समय पे सीख लेना काफ़ी suggestible होता है. Otherwise we have to cry a lot. Okay, these things happened with me, sir, many times when I was a student in engineering. It happened with me in first year. Like in first year, what happens is there are lots of programs going on in the colleges. So I was like from a family which was fully bounded into studies. Okay. And अचानक से कॉलेज में आने के बाद इतना इंडिपेंडेंस मिल गया है कि like now you feel like doing anything whatever you want. So when I came to first year in BTech, and then it happened with me. Everything was independent, no one was there to stop you. It happens in engineering colleges. So what happened at that moment is I used to participate in all the extra co-curriculum activities.
Very good, very good.
And at night I used to feel tired and I used to sleep. Okay. Like it happened for more than 20-25 days. No studies. Exam starts from next 10 to 15 days again. But meanwhile, one day what I have noticed that my friend who was with me throughout the extra co-curriculum activities, he used to come back home in the hostel. He used to take his dinner and quietly he will close the door and he'll study. That means he's giving priority to whom? He's giving more priority to his own studies, own learning. That was a turning point for me as well. So there itself I have realized that what am I doing? What am I doing and why am I here? This is my priority.
Very nice point he has raised. I will ask a question regarding this point. Very good, Mr. Aditya. Sorry, sir. I want to see one. Huh? What was the last point that you saw just now?
What did I say?
Very nice, fantastic line.
It was the about my this
Realizations.
realizations. Yeah.
So very good. So Mr. Aditya has aroused a very nice point that this realizations changed him, right?
Yeah.
And it was a starting point of your life, and
Hmm.
really, and he is one of the topper of his department and our upcoming engineers. So he will become a successful engineer in the coming days. Definitely he will be, and he's putting all effort for becoming this. So now one more thing, that's regret. I also try to motivate even all the teachers. There's no parents who dislike the children's, right, who had, because obviously they also want a good result from the children. There's no teacher that who hates their children. So even I try to motivate a lot my student. But that regret that you said, the realizations, once a realization will not come from within, no one will make you change.
Definitely, that
What do you
is
say
true.
regarding this?
Until unless you know the taste of bitterness, you won't realize the taste of sweetness. So once in a life, you should have a heartbreak of anything. Okay, you should have the realization.
So that relations should come in time.
Yeah.
If the relations comes after time, after exam, now suppose if you realize after your BTech, what is the use of that? You already have used up and
Yeah.
waste of your time, right?
That-
Or your
that is
course.
that is a
Now
justified.
that relations is important, but relation, I will say that relation should come in a proper time. If it comes after the time, it is useless.
It is a vain.
It's a vain. So very good that some of them realize before time, and it's really changed their entire life, the situation, circumstance. But many students, they realize after the exam, after anything happens, so it will become not a turning point of their life. So my question is that, like, what can be done for our upcoming generation so that they can realize beforehand or before time?
In such case,
Now, sorry for interruption. Like, as most of the students I have seen, they'll be appearing the board exam, class 10 or 12 for. They have hardly 1 month in the hand from February 15 or 17, they have the final exam. The still, some of the students are there. I will not just reveal the name, right? They're enjoying, they're going to party, they're celebrating picnics with their friends, family, they're roaming. All right, they are uploading Insta pics and all. What does indicate they are not at all serious
it's
with
not at
their,
all serious.
but they will cry when they'll get the, they come when they will get the result. They'll realize. Even I used to share my personal feelings also to them. One day you'll realize. Everyone will go on asking your marks that time. The person who don't know, mama ka beta, beta ka beti, everyone will go on ask your marks. How's your result? How's that and that? That time a very bad relation come. Yeah, na kash pad leta thoda, right? That feelings really eats from within.
That is
right?
true.
So I want to convey, or I want to share this thing that, or I want you to share this thing that how to make a student realize, or how the student will realize now, so that they can put the effort for the upcoming exam, for upcoming big event that are going to take place in their life.
See, so interest should come from the student itself. Okay, and if the student thinks, mainly student will think, now whoever might be watching me, they will think that like this all things are boring topic for them because they are Gen Zs, right? But see friends, interest doesn't rise within a night. Okay, see, ultimately you have to study. If you're not studying today, you have to study one day before the examination. So why not from today itself? Okay, we are not saying to the student to study for 7-6 hours. That is not possible for a person who doesn't study at all. At least take such topic which will give at least a 5% knowledge of this entire thing. It is not necessary, sir, that they should study maths and science or any other thing. They can take political science. Regarding the topic, they can search for the latest trends, and they can understand the situations. Likewise, the interest will develop from the student. Like science, if they can take, they can take the light and reflection chapter itself, right? From there, they can take some natural phenomena. Try to understand. There are lots of videos in Instagrams and Facebooks. They don't watch those things actually. There are lots of good channels in Instagram and Facebook as well. Relate those things. How is this thing happening? How dispersion of light is taking place? उसको help करने के लिए सर आप भी बैठे हैं, YouTube भी बैठे हैं.
Definitely. Now one more thing, like I feel bad about it. Even our time when we were in school, there was no like YouTube, like There's no YouTube, no such social medias today that we have.
Mm.
Like today, the world is in our hand. Give their phone. Like if you have phone now, every individual from class 7, 8, 9, they have got this phone.
Yeah.
And if you really use, the universe is here now. I can
Universe is
say
here.
universe is here. If you really have a hunger of learning now, you can learn everything. You are unstoppable.
That is true.
If you have a phone, you have unstable of knowledge, right? Now there is no lack of resources. Earlier, when during our time when we were we were in class 10, there's lack of resources.
Yeah.
The only resource of knowledge is teachers.
Yeah.
Only teachers.
That is true.
Either you have to learn from a school, or if you're not a student,
And then you have to think whether you should be approachable to teachers or not. Because all the teacher doesn't have the same sentiment.
Same sentiment, definitely.
Yeah.
Like you have to be regular. If you're absent, if you ask why you absent,
Yeah.
they'll cross question ask
Yeah.
and all. For this, we have to be regular in the school,
Regular in the
right?
school.
And now this problem has solved. Now teacher is in your hand, in your pocket.
Yeah.
You can study anywhere. You can clear any doubt you have. Lakhs of channels are there. Lakhs of different way of explanation, different language. Earlier, what happened? Those who are studying English medium school, there is a language barrier. They don't understand English well, right? They need explanation. Some is from the science background. They don't understand English well. Nowadays, there is multiple channels out there, right? If they want, they can learn, right?
Yeah.
It has become an open resource for us to learn, for all of us.
Yeah.
Right? It's become a golden opportunity, but they are not realizing this
I will
thing.
give one advice, sir. If a student studies regularly for 2 hours daily, without any interruption, 2 hours regularly in daily basis, that student will become successful in life. You mark my words, sir. That student will definitely become successful in life.
Okay, very good. Aditya has very nice.
If any student follows these things,
Yeah.
it's not like you have to study any particular constant subjects. Study anything in that 2 hour, but useful thing. Okay, you can expand more than 2 hours. That's a personal matter. But regularly 2 hours study basis is really fruitful.
Very nice statement. Yeah, he put up.
In my school time also, what happened, I would just like to share this moment, sir. I was a very a fun type of child. I was very notorious kid in my school. I was not much into studies. So at that moment, my parents were very forceful that no, you have to study during the night time. You have to wake up in the morning. So when parents pressurizes you at that moment, when you don't want to study, I can feel you will rather not study again at that moment. You will remain silent. I was like that. I was so stubborn that when my parents were forcing me to study, I would never study. I would open the book, I'll simply sit in front of the book. I don't know why. Many students are feeling like that. Okay. Then one day what happened? You need a good motivator in the class. One day when I was in class 7, one of my class teacher, English teacher, Sister Anita, she was just giving a lessons. I don't remember the chapter. She was teaching something and then she told the same thing which I have repeated now, that every day you try studying 2 hours daily. And then when you will miss, you keep this 2 hour continuously for next 10 to 15 days. And then you try to make a gap for one day. You will feel the guilty in yourself. That happened with me. I didn't study for one day after that continuous effort. And then I feel like I'm missing something throughout the day. I have done everything, but I feel in deep down, I felt that I have not done something very special. Next day I went to school. I told my sister that, sister, this and that happened. So she was very happy. So she said that now you had a habit. You will continue this one. It happened, sir. Truly.
Very good. That's a very nice thing that she said. Habit. Now I like to ask few things. Like we should discuss something about habits. So every individual, nice. Definitely have some good habit, bad habits, right?
Yeah.
Good habits. What do you mean by habit?
Habit means which we wear. When person sees us, they can recognize the habit. See, Don Bosco student will realize fathers and sisters wears a dress. That is their habit.
But what I think, I also studied some of the books and articles. and also I mixed my own opinion also. Habit is a automatic action. Automatic action. Example, you wake up,
Yeah, you don't
right?
have to
When you
judge.
do toilet, definitely you will rub your ass.
Yeah.
Now, one day you come without rubbing your ass.
Mhm.
Your attention, your focus will always go there. I done something. I have missed something. I have missed
That's true.
something. I have missed something.
Yeah.
Right? If you
Mhm.
come out without brushing, you feel something is missing in you.
Missing in, yeah.
So, if a girls every time when you go out from the home, they will put lipstick,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
But when they go out, even my mom also, when she goes out from home for
Mm-hmm.
some kind occasion or marketing,
Mm-hmm.
every time the focus go on her lips. I have not put something. I have
Yeah.
not put something. This
That
is an
is the habit.
automatic action which come without your effort.
Mm.
Something which you do without any much effort. It is
Mm.
habit. It's my statement I
Yeah.
put up. What do you say?
That's what I said. Like what you wear,
Mm-hmm.
it can be anything. Like what your body wears, what your
Mm-hmm.
body wants, what your body feel the touches. That is habit. Okay. So if if your body is going normal, and if your body responses that something is, you know, something happened very unnoticed, that is habit.
Mm-hmm.
As you said, some of the examples,
Mm.
those are justified. So
So still Aditya is in ongoing process. And how many hours do you study for becoming engineer?
so it's very personal question, but it's not consistent enough.
Okay.
Being in engineering, like many of the student fields, you can't have a proper time for studying. Okay. And since my school days, I couldn't wake up in the morning
You're
because
not night owl, right?
I am a night owl, and I had to convince this to my parents by the intervention of my headmistress. My headmistress once told my mother that I expressed my headmistress regarding this thing that, sister, I can study throughout the night, but I can't wake up in the morning. You just explain these things to my parents. Because what my parents used to do, my parents used to feed me after the dinner. They will allow me to study for 2 3 hours, and then compulsorily I have to sleep by 11 or 11:30, so that I can wake up early in the morning around 4:35. Then I have to study. I did it, but I couldn't wake up in the morning until unless it was 6:37. You know, so those things I told to my headmistress. My headmistress understood the situation, and then she was convinced to talk with my parents. So she convinced my parents that let him study as per his own convenience, because that is how he will learn. You know, restricting something into a particular boundary is not good. You should let them do whatever they want. If he is doing his own study at that particular time span, let him do. He could have learned 2 3 more lessons at that slot.
Very good.
Right? He will wake up in the morning. He can't wake up in the morning. He will wake up then. He will have the distraction of the mind. He will feel furious at that moment. You know. So yeah, I'm distracted from the topic. You were asking me how many hours I used to study, right? So same thing happens. Minimum it can be 3 to 4 hours. And when I study, it feels like the time flees away so soon. That is the problem I face. And I can't study consistently. I have to take a break in between. It happens like since I'm staying in a hostel, after 45 minutes doing some mathematics, I'll make some coffee, I'll drink it, I'll make it for my roommate as well. Since even though he's not studying, I'll make it for him as well. And then again, I'll sit in the table, and then I'll continue, and then maybe I'll go for a walk. Likewise, I feel like it's my work.
Very good.
And when you are in office or when you are doing any work, you take a break, right? You go for washroom, you go for doing this and that, you go for talking and all. So that's how I study.
Very good. Very good. Very nice. So, what motivation you like to give for the board facing students? What message? Share some message and some planning, some strategy that they can implement in their life.
So when I was in pre-final, I was engaged with some of the students who were currently, I mean, who were supposed to give their board exam of CBSE, of course. So what I have faced is that student faces only one issue, that they don't solve the PYQ properly. So that is the main issue. If you solve the PYQ, like 60% of the work is done. See, so what student does, they does the NCRT very properly. They solve guidebooks, this and that, lots of questions, but they ignores PYQs. When you solve the PYQ within the time frame, what happens is that you make your mind up already. You already practiced yourself that I have to sit for this 3 hour time span and I have to solve that question. And that becomes a revision for you in the actual examination, right? Many students are so well prepared, sir. I will tell you one story. I had a student. She was so good in studies that whenever I used to go to teach her, I used to normally I used to bring very difficult question for her so that I want to test her. So whatever question I'll give her, she will solve within a stipulated time period. But when she went to the board examination, she got nervous by looking at the environment, by looking at the constant 3 hour time limit, this and that distraction. And in one or two examinations, she got less marks. Maybe it was in SST and maybe in English. So that happens with many students.
Nervousness. No?
Nervousness.
And how to avoid this thing? What do you feel?
In order to avoid nervousness, you should have the confidence of the question paper, PYQs. I usually say to my students that you should solve PYQs. PYQ is the